Guys, what if I told you that there was a TV show that could only be watched by children, and if anybody else watched it, they died? Here we go.
A 7-year-old girl and her 13-year-old brother are settling in for their favorite after-school activity, watching TV. The children's parents won't be home from work for several hours, and watching the after-school programming together before making a snack is a staple of their day. The boy takes his normal position on the couch as the girl plants herself right in front of the television and turns it on. This is the time when Pretty Pony Paradise comes on, and she never misses an episode.
Oh no,
dudes! He prefers something else, but he also loves to see his sister happy.
Aww.
So he always lets her watch the ponies have their adventures.
It starts out so wholesome.
When she turns to the right channel, there's something else.
Oh
Instead of the
no!
usual Pretty Pony theme song, circus music comes out of the television speakers. The girl watches as the brightly colored words, Bobble the Clown.
Bobble the Clown.
Hey, this isn't Pretty Ponies, she says to her brother. But when she looks back, he's asleep.
Oh my, wait, what?
Isn't happy, but she decides to give this new show a chance.
He fell asleep so fast.
Maybe her pony show will come on after anyway. The circus music stops, and a happy-looking clown cartwheels onto the screen.
Guys, that is not a happy-looking clown. That thing is freaky.
Do you like fun?
Comment down below how you guys feel about clowns. Personally, I have always been terrified of clowns. Anytime I see one in real life, I just turn around and I go the opposite direction. They creep me out.
The girl did like fun. Perhaps this new show wouldn't be so bad. She watches as Bobble walks down the street of an average, happy American small town. Everyone seems to love the happy clown, waving at him as he passes by. Bobble pauses in front of a house where a man is mowing the lawn. He convinces the man to stop his yard work and join him. And the two happily head down the sidewalk
so far,
together.
so good.
The girl is a little confused by this show. There's not much in the way of jokes, but she decides to keep watching anyway. Bobble and his new friend stop in front of a house that is painted to resemble a circus tent. This must be where Bobble lives. He invites the man in, and they both enter the house. Inside,
I don't know about this, guys.
To sit while he prepares some refreshments. The girl watches as Bobble moves to the kitchen. There, he begins sharpening knives as he explains directly to the camera the best way to prepare meat, the way the skin must carefully be removed from the flesh, and how the bones should be saved for future soup stocks.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know this for sure, but I have a weird feeling that Bobble the Clown, first off, obviously is the SCP, and secondly, I think that this TV show is about Bobble the Clown pretty much luring people to his house like just normal people, and then he tricks them and then does something to them, and then, I don't know, they get knocked out or they get tied up, and then he just starts chopping up their bodies or something weird like that. I don't know for sure, but this is definitely getting super creepy.
The girl watches with fascination as Bobble teaches his special lesson. Maybe this is a good show after all. Maybe this is her new favorite show. The girl gets up, her brother still asleep, and heads to the kitchen. She pulls out a drawer to help her reach the counter.
Wait, no.
And pulls out the meat cleaver.
Are you kidding me right now?
In the light, entranced by its sharp, shiny edge. The girl returns to the living room.
What are you doing, girl?
She watches as Bobble steps away from his pot of red, boiling meat.
Okay.
Looks right into the camera.
What kind of meat is that?
The girl stands up and holds up the meat cleaver.
Okay, guys, why does she look so, like, confident holding a knife like that? Like, I wonder if the SCP is taking over her mind and making her think that, like, what is happening is okay, when in reality, I don't know. She is definitely losing her brain right now. She has, like, -12 brain cells, because I have a weird feeling that she's in a trance, and Bobble the Clown is going to make her kill her own brother.
Bobble walks towards the camera with fascination in his eyes, as if he can see through the screen.
I was gonna say, he's looking at me like he is looking into my soul.
She slowly raises the knife above her head.
Don't do it.
As Bobble starts whispering,
No.
Come on.
No. No, Bobble.
His lips in anticipation.
Bobble, please do not come out of that TV.
Pauses for a second, looks at her sleeping brother one more time.
Wake up.
And brings the cleaver.
Oh my gosh!
Hi,
you gotta be kidding
I'm
me.
Dr. Bob, and this is SCP-993, also known as Bobble the Clown.
Guys, on this channel, we've investigated some absolutely crazy SCPs, but I've never seen an SCP that makes a kid actually turn into a killer. Like, she just, I don't know if she like thought that that was okay, but I don't know, man. I've never seen an SCP make a child do something that horrible. I can't believe it. This might be one of the worst SCPs we've ever checked out.
SCP-993 is the designation the SCP Foundation has given to a children's television program entitled Bobble the Clown.
I wonder if this is made by Dr. Wondertainment.
The Bobble the Clown show appears to be a standard children's educational cartoon with bright colors, a mascot, and a rote formula.
His eyes creep me out.
Learning a new skill or engaging in a new activity. The program appears to have no recurring supporting cast, with Bobble being the only character who returns to each episode. The settings usually change between episodes as well, with Bobble often being seen in a new or unique location. Despite appearing as a show made for children, the anomalous properties exhibited by this strange television program make themselves apparent almost immediately. First, anyone older than the age of 10 who watches the show will immediately fall unconscious as soon as it begins.
So you don't even need to be an adult. I thought maybe this would target, you know, kids under the age of 18 or under the age of like 16, you know, like younger kids, but like teenagers were still included in that. But no, this is like, you have to be an actual kid. And if you're not, you're going to pass out. And then basically you're going to get murdered by a child, by a 6-year-old with a cleaver in their hand, which is absolutely insane.
And will remain in a comatose state until the program ends.
So that's why the brother fell asleep so fast.
Having felt a painful stabbing headache just prior to falling unconscious. The show's most disturbing property, though, is what has been described by those under the age of 10 who are able to view the program. They report seeing Bobble the Clown teach lessons similar to the way many children's shows extol the virtues of good hygiene or going to bed on time. But with Bobble, the lessons are quite different.
Exactly. It's like Dora the Explorer if Dora was actually a serial killer, pretty much.
Topics that Bobble has presented lessons on and encouraged children to try have included torture, murder, and even cannibalism.
Bro!
As the subject watches,
wait, what was that last one?
Ingrained in their minds. And repeated exposure to the show has resulted in permanent effects that resemble symptoms of psychosis and schizophrenia.
Okay, so it does kind of like change your mind when you watch the show as a kid.
In which Bobble appears in a large United States city reminiscent of New York, and instructs the viewer on various ways to avoid detection when lighting fires with common resources like mosquito coils. The episode ends with Bobble setting fire to a large building before he exits the screen.
He's like the real-life Joker.
To stay locked on the burning building for several more minutes as the sound of screams can be heard.
I kind of want to know, like, who's filming this?
Bobble's Sneaky Saturday. Bobble is again in a major city, this time one that looks similar to London, England, with the Elizabeth Tower containing Big Ben visible in the background. In this episode, Bobble is shown to be quietly following a woman as she walks into her home.
Lady, turn around, lady.
Bobble attacks her with a large butcher knife before
Bro,
giving the audience
Bobble
tips on
is
how to remain
absolutely
unnoticed in crowded
nuts.
places.
These kids are watching it like this is the best content they've ever seen.
Where Bobble is shown torturing a captured soldier as he
Yo!
asks him nonsensical questions that the soldier cannot possibly answer.
Are you kidding me?
Continues until the prisoner dies, after which Bobble details methods for inflicting painful but non-lethal injuries.
Okay, guys, I feel like this actually would make for like a pretty cool, like adult TV series, like some sort of like horror series, but definitely not meant for kids. Like the fact that this is meant for kids under the age of 10 and anybody that's older than 10 falls asleep and is at risk of being, you know, unalived by a young child. The fact that that is like what this SCP is just so messed up, but it would make for a pretty good like Netflix series if, you know, somebody ever decided that they wanted to turn this into some sort of like really cool dark horror series. I think it could work pretty well.
Bobble Hates You is one of the most
Bobble Hates You
episodes.
Bobble
It consists of Bobble sitting alone
Bobble.
in a blank room,
Bobble.
silently and angrily staring at the viewer.
Bobble, what did I do?
30 minutes.
30 minutes of just staring?
Is from an episode title filled with expletives, in which Bobble appears to be in a Foundation secure site video archive room, the same one where recordings of Bobble the Clown are stored.
Okay, wait a second. So he broke into an SCP facility where they have all of these tapes of Bobble and like previous episodes. So wait, how would that even happen? What is Bobble? Because we think that Bobble is like a normal human, kind of. Maybe not normal, but like, is he a human or is he more like a spirit that can like teleport around? Is he some sort of like demonic creature? Like, we don't know exactly what Bobble even is.
In this episode, a rage-filled Bobble describes methods for breaching several SCP's containment.
Oh.
He then gives personal details about the researchers assigned to these SCPs,
what?
including their daily routines, before offering several potential ways to murder them.
Okay, so Bobble is like
Interesting
freaking
detail about
nuts.
this episode.
He's actually
At
nuts.
one point, an animated depiction of a particular SCP Foundation researcher is seen to walk past Bobble.
Okay.
A clock on the wall shows the time, and this same researcher later confirmed that they did, in fact, walk through the video archive at this exact time.
Wait, so Bobble
but had
was
no
there?
recollection of seeing an animated clown filming a television program in the room when they did so.
Oh my God.
Episodes of Bobble the Clown continue to be broadcast from
What?
an unknown source, but future episodes are to be intercepted using Protocol Upsilon Beta 3 to prevent them from being seen by the public. All broadcasts are recorded for the Foundation's archives, and in order to perform research on the anomaly, subjects under the age of 10 must be used to view them. Once the viewers have described what takes place in the episode, they are then to immediately be administered Class A amnestics.
Gotcha.
Despite
That's
the
actually kind of crazy. So they have children pretty much like working for the SCP Foundation, and they have them watch through these Bobble the Clown episodes. And as soon as they watch through and explain what happens, they get like Men in Black memory wiped so that they don't have any recollection, and their brains, I guess, won't become altered by Bobble the Clown. That is, I don't know, it's kind of messed up that the SCP Foundation is using kids, but at the same time, they need to figure out like what Bobble the Clown is in order to secure, contain, and protect. That's just what they gotta do.
Episodes pose to those who view them, since they are able to be reliably blocked from public broadcast. SCP-993 has been classified as safe.
Okay,
And for now,
that's good.
Bobble the Clown appears to be contained as well as it can be. Now go and watch another.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is Bobble the Clown. If you're watching television and you see that pop up, you should probably turn it off.